Hello, today's video lesson is on unit conversion using dimensional analysis. It's very similar to the metric conversions, only we will have other units besides the metric prefixes. Let's look at an example. How many pounds are equal to 145 grams? So I start out by writing 145 grams. That's my starting point, grams. And this is my end goal. I want to convert this into pounds. So I write that to the side because that's the unit I want to end up with. Now looking at my conversions, I can see that 1 pound is equal to 453.6 grams. Now this is a conversion. Now because of that, I can set up a equivalent right here, almost like a fraction, where if I have grams on top, I want to put grams on the bottom because I want units to cancel. And since grams is on the bottom, pounds will be on the top. And so I can take my conversion factor right here and I can place it in my calculation. So 1 pound is on top and 453.6 grams goes on bottom. My units cancel. Since grams is on top, grams on bottom, it cancels. And I'm going to calculate 145 divided by 453.6, because a 453.6 is on the bottom. I'm going to divide 145 divided by 453.6, and I get 0.3197. Now I want to follow my significant figure rules. If I have 4 significant figures here, my answer should also have 4 sig figs, and I round so that it has 4 sig figs. Let's do one more example. How many feet are equal to 325 centimeters? So I start out with 325 centimeters, and my end goal is feet. Now, if you don't know the direct conversion from centimeters to feet, we might have to do this in a couple steps. I do know that 2.54 centimeters is equal to 1 inch, and 12 inches is equal to 1 foot. So I can do this problem in a 2-step problem. So I'm going to set up my units. Since centimeters is on the top left, I want centimeters on the bottom, and I'm going to convert that into 1 inch. 1 inch. So that 2.54 centimeters is on bottom. The second part of my calculation, since I have inches on top, I'm going to have inch on bottom and foot on top. Now look at your units. Since centimeters on top, centimeters on bottom, it'll cancel. Inches on top, inches on bottom, it's going to cancel. So if I set it up correctly, I just need to make sure I put the correct numbers in when I'm setting up the problem. So here, this 2.54 centimeters, 1 inch goes right over here, right? The 1 inch is on top, 2.54 centimeters is on bottom. The 12 inches equals 1 foot. I want to make sure I put that conversion in correctly. And so I'm going to have 12 inches on the bottom, 1 foot on the top. Make sure you match up the units correctly. And so when I'm calculating this, I'm going to calculate it so that I have 325 times 1, and we don't really need to do times 1 because it's the same. Then I divide it by 2.54, and I divide it by 12, and I want to make sure I report my answer to the correct number of significant figures. I've got 3 sig figs, right? And so my answer is 10.7, my 3 sig figs there. Always make sure your units can cancel. If they're not set up correctly, then you're not doing the dimensional analysis correctly.